Good morning, everyone. Hope you're having a good Monday morning. Merle's on the list again today. Last week we finished up his rear quarter and rocker, and today we're gonna work on this dog leg. But we got a special guest in here today. We have a helper over there. My lovely wife,
Hi.
Christine. She's taken a motor apart for me on her day off. So what we're going to do is to remove this particular dog leg. As I've shown in the past, I'll cut the majority of it off, so I'll probably go all through here, along here. Then I'll slowly work where my spot welds go. We need to keep this little lip on for the floor mat. So that provides a little bit of a challenge when we're taking this rocker off. Let's see here. Show you this. Oops. On the rocker here, that piece sits on top of here. And this is part of I should say the floor sits on top of here, and then that lip sits on top of the floor. So we need to get the old piece of this off of the floor. And then, so that's kind of a challenge because there's like a million spot welds in here. But I'll get the majority of it cut off, and then I'll show you what's there, come back again and show you what's there. And all right, I started cutting this off. I want to show you guys how I'm getting this out of here. So like I said, I took and I just took my little hacksaw and cut to get this off. Now we got our rest of it. And this bus is a little different than the last one. Before I told you that this was a little strip here for this lip. This one is actually part of the floor. It's all in the same stamping. The last one I did had the floor, and then it had a separate piece for this little lip for the floor mat. But either way, it's the same concept. But to get this off, what I'm doing is I'll take this little piece and get it somewhat free. And I'm gonna use the air hammer here. Very slowly, dangerous, remember, can do a lot of damage. So that's still part of the rocker. Then what I did is I'm bending this down. So right here you can see is where the spot welds are going to be in there. And I'm just going to go real light and slow. That's how I'm doing that. Now we're kind of lucky that these are really small spot welds, so they're coming off with this really nice. You know, a lot of times, drill holes in all these spot welds, but there's so many, by the time I drill all those spot welds out, this is just going to be Swiss cheese. So I really don't want to do that. But essentially, that's what I'm doing. Get this off. And what I did, you'll see I put these cuts in here and I slice it up into sections. That way I'm not trying to work with this whole piece. I can break a little chunk right off. So that's how I'm doing that. So let me finish that up. And I'm going to do very similar to here. I'll go real slow to break these off. The floor is getting replaced, the majority of it here. I probably will just come through here. I'm not going to replace this. Remember, keep as much German metal as we can. So I'll have to lift it up a little bit right in here. But in a lot of this, same thing. We're going to be very careful taking it off. So that's that. I'll be back when it's all off and show you. We've got our dog leg cut out. There's our edge along here. Our A-pillar is in pretty decent shape. This spot here, when I take the nose off, the whole front nose is going to get replaced on this bus. So when I have that off, I'll be able to put a little bit of a patch in there. This here, I'm going to use the laser cleaner. I'll be able to clean up all that rust. Same with along here, I'll buzz that. So what I've been doing here is I'm going to fit in this closeout panel in here. You'll notice it's a little bit noisy. Chris is doing some sandblasting for me. But what I want to do now is a lot of times it's easier to have it in here like this, and I'm going to cut it out while it's in there. What I'm going to do I'm probably going to somewhere right through here give myself a rough line. That way I'm cutting both panels at the same time, so I'll have a decent fit up there. So what I'll do is I'll start it with the cutoff wheel. Okay, I'm through both panels. Now I should be able to take the little hacksaw. Okay. So that way we're right where we need to be, everything. Got a decent gap. I'll be able to put my butt weld clamps in, get me tight. So that's how I got that in there fitted. So I'm going to take that back off, I'll clean stuff up, and I'm going to set the laser up for cleaning, and I'll bring you back and show you how the laser cleaner works for some of this rust. All right. Laser cleaner set up. I'll do some zapping, see what, if you like what it does. Turn you and see what's going on. Pull up my respirator and the glasses. There we go. Full. That's how that works. I'll obviously get in here better when I pull the beam out, but I'll be able to get some epoxy primer on there, seal that all up. Beat sanding it with a DA or trying to go by hand. Alright, when I get the dog leg fit up, I'll come back. Here we are again, back at it. So, got that all patched up back in there. Put some epoxy and rust bullet on there, but got the new patch in there, so this is all closed out good. There's what it looks like on the inside. So now it's time to try and fit our dog leg. Let's see how well this quality is. At least this doesn't say premium quality on it. So that's going to essentially, I kind of pre-fitted a little bit yesterday. What we're trying to do, you'll notice, you definitely need to leave your door on. I didn't take it off at all. This is in its original position where the original dog leg was. You need your door so you can get your gaps right. It's just no way to do it otherwise. I mean, yeah, you can guess, but I can almost guarantee what's going to happen. So if you do have your door off, no big deal. Just put it back on and get it lined up all the way around. And then start fitting your dog leg. So, if I fit this the way, I'm not sure if you can see it or not, but this is where the floor is going to come and sit on top of here. And I don't like, my original dog leg was way up here. And this one's fitting underneath here and it's down lower. And when I close the door, in that position, it's way, way too low. I mean, I've got this up where it belongs back here, I'm good, but this is way too low. So, let's get the door back open here. There we go. So, what we're going to have to do, likely, is this is going to have to get a pie shape or something cut out of there to bring that down, because we need to get this up here somewhere in this area. Up there like that's where it's got to go. So I'll have to do some modifications to it. Fortunately now, though, this back here, if I can get this closer, this is, well, it's peeking too soon. This curve matches up pretty good. So that's a positive, that's good. So we won't have to mess with that too much. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna get my back screwed on here. I'm going to get some screws or whatever to mount this back where I want it to be. I know that's good. I'll get my front lined up so it where I want my door gap. And then I'm going to take and drill small holes in here where that's going to mount. And I'm going to use our little Clio fasteners to hold this where we want it. Then we'll adjust that where it needs to go once we've got our gap, I should say, cut that, whatever has to happen there. When I fit the floor, I can do that. So let me get it mounted up there, and I'll come back and I'll show you how I've got it mounted and what I had to do, and see if it works. Nothing ever fits perfect. Don't expect if we buy another brand dog leg that it's going to be any better. I've had some of the top brand ones on my bus that I did. It was not even close. This actually isn't bad. So we deal with what we deal with. All right. See you in a bit while I have fun.